Welcome FCS 2250 Computer Applications to Lesson 3. By now, you definitely need Office 2016 installed on your PC or your Mac. Again, I have a video showing you how to do this on a PC on our homepage. If you have any questions about that, please contact the help desk. They are great over there. Here we are in Lesson 3 again. I know I sound like a broken record, but here is our due dates. Make sure you're very vigilant of those. These are generic according to our video. They are changing for your class, so make sure you know when they are due. Now you can see that we have two different assignments. Assignment 1, Word 2016 Modular 1 Terminology, and Assignment 2, Word Modular 1 Surfs Up. Make sure that you're submitting your documents in the correct Dropbox when you're ready to submit. That's very important. Let's dive in. In Lesson 3, we're going to create, we're going to format, we're going to edit a Word document with a picture. But before we do that, you're going to complete some terminology. So here's our Assignment 1, Word 2016 Modular 1 Terminology. You can read through the directions. It gives you the page numbers of where you're at. Make sure you're submitting within the designated Dropbox. I just showed you that on our previous screen. Here's our document right here. Go ahead and download that. Put that in your Lesson 3 folder and complete that and submit. This is worth 22 points. Assignment 2 now, Word 2016 Modular 1 Surfs Up. Utilizing your text page WD1 through WD47, follow all the numbered directions circled in red using the provided images for guidance if necessary in order to complete the project. Just an FYI, some pages may not have directions with a number circled in red. Make sure that you are following all of those though. Make sure that you are using the image from the data files located below to complete this project, and I'll show us how to do that here shortly. In the tutorial above, the one you're watching right now, I'll get us started on the project as well as I'll show you what I'm looking for while assessing your project. Before then, I'll turn it over to you to complete. Save your project frequently to a destination of your liking and then submit within the designated Dropbox. I say save your project frequently because I get all sorts of interesting emails Friday around 10:30, 11 o'clock. My computer shut down, all my work is gone. Save frequently. If your computer does get shut down somehow, you can reload it and load up your project again, and you might be missing a couple words or something like that, and not the entire project, because I will not take excuses again for late assignment. So make sure you save frequently. My grading is simple, everybody. For each mistake, I take 5 points off. Follow the instructions to a T. You'll earn full credit. If you ever have a question and I'm yelling at you, I'm shouting, don't procrastinate. Email me early in the week for guidance. Early in the week, well, these are all due on Friday, you know that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest is early in the week. If you wait till Thursday, as I mentioned, I've got a full-time job as well. I've got a wonderful family. I love to be a dad. I'm chasing my kids all over. I will not probably be able to help you with the help that you need if you start emailing me on a Thursday. We start on a Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday at the latest, we can get some communication done, all right? So again, email me, and also email me following the proper protocol. I explained that in Lesson 1's tutorial. The reason why I want you to follow the protocol, and basically it's dealing with our subject line. I have 3 classes. I need to know what class you are in. I'll get back to you ASAP. This is 40 points possible. So, as it says here, I provided a link to the data files for this lesson. Review the video above in regards to unzipping the files for accurate use. Again, you're watching that video. So here it is. We need to click on this because as you work through your project, it's going to tell you, hey, you need to access the data files. Go here, go there. Well, this is where they're located. And so it may not follow exactly to a T because I'm going to have you put these files where you can find them. So again, I'm using Google Chrome. It's downloading in the bottom lower left-hand corner, and I'm going to click on this. And right now, these are in a compressed folder. I have to extract these out of the compressed folder. If I open this up, yes, I see the files. I won't be able to put them into my Word document and use them accurately. I'm going to go ahead and press the up button right here. I'm going to choose Extract All. And when I do choose Extract All, I'm going to choose Browse because I want to save them to a destination of my liking. And I am on my desktop here, and that's where I saved it. If you need to go to another location, you can navigate there. And there's my FCS 2250 2250 folder. And I can tell I have subfolders because I have an arrow there. So I'm going to open that up. And I don't have a lesson 3 created yet, so I'm going to go ahead and choose make a new folder and create one for lesson 3. You know what, you guys? I think I made a boo-boo. I needed to open or click on FCS 2250. Sorry, that should be blue before I choose make a new folder. So now, as you can see, I'm creating a subfolder within FCS 2250. And I'm going to go ahead and press my enter key. Now that's blue. I'm going to make a subfolder for even that, and I'm going to go ahead and call this data files. All right, and I'm going to put them there, and I'm going to choose OK. And here you can see my breadcrumbs of where I'm at. I'm on my desktop. I'm on my FCS 2250 lesson 3 data files. Perfect. Let's extract them. And it's go ahead and doing its magic. Again, if you're using a different operating system, you're going to have to Google on how to do those. I'm pretty much Mac illiterate, so I apologize for that. But now, if I open these up, yes, I have the images, and I'm going to be able to do what I need to do. And it looks like I bet you we're going to be doing something with that image right there. We're dealing with a surf's up. So I'm going to go ahead and close these. Don't need the extraction anymore. And now I'm going to go ahead and open up my Word document and kind of show you what I'm going to be looking for when you're all said and done. This is what I'll be looking for. Please don't just look at this image that I'm giving you and try to recreate it, because there are so many things that you're going to learn new in this lesson dealing with text and glows and image styles and stuff like that that you will need to utilize during your midterm exam as well. So I'm going to be looking at your border. I'm going to be looking at the certain styles that you use here, as well as your glows and everything, your picture image styles, all of these different things, and obviously different types of text, different colors, italicized, bolding, bulleted points, all sorts of stuff. So make sure you do work through this project, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my Word document here. Let me go ahead and open Word 2016. And it pops up to this. And this is cool. There's all sorts of cool things that you can do with Word 2016. So, hey, take a look at some of the templates that are available to you. And you can always search for other online templates as well. But we're going to start with a blank document. So I'm going to go ahead and double click that. And right away, I'm going to go ahead and save this. So I'm going to hit my File, Save As. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on my desktop. And let's see here. There's my desktop there. Give me a second here. There's my FCS 2250, my lesson 3 folder. And I'm going to go ahead and call this Surf's Up. All right. And go ahead and choose Save. And it put it in that folder. So beautiful. So I now have my textbook open. I'm looking at it. I'm on page WD1, which talks about on the upper part of it, creating, formatting, and editing a Word document with a picture. And please go ahead and read the introduction. Read a little bit about the project flyer with a picture that I'm looking at in red. It kind of explains a little bit about what you would use a flyer for, because there's a lot of things that you may not think of. And hey, you could create this for a project for one of your other classes and really be set apart from the others. So very cool. So with that, I'm now on page WD3. Now these are the numbered directions in red that I'm talking about. And basically it says, hey, run Word, create a blank document in the Word window. Bingo, bango, we've done that. Number 2, if the Word window is not maximized, click the Maximize button on its title bar to maximize the window. Again, here would be our maximize. So if we were like this, we would want to maximize that to take full advantage. If the Print Layout button on the status bar is not selected, click it so that your screen is in Print Layout view. And I should tell you I'm on direction 3 right now. I apologize for that. But again, it says see figure 1-2. Well, I'm looking around. I don't see figure 1-2. On the left page, WD2, I see figure 1-1. I have to flip over to WD4 in order to see figure 1-2. So you may have to flip your pages back and forth, as you can maybe hear me doing in the background. So bottom right hand corner, you have a couple different views. You've got your read view, you've got your print layout view, and you've got your web layout view. They ask us to be in the print layout view. All right. Now, direction 4 says if normal, and then they talk about with some parentheses, Home tab styles group. What in the world do they mean by that? That is navigating you, first of all, to what tab you want to be on. Whether you want to be on the Home, insert, design, layout, whatever. They want us to be in the home tab. So that's the first thing that they're looking at, again in direction 4. And then they got a bar there, and then the styles group. You have a lot of different groups, and these are your groups from your clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, and editing. So these are your styles. So when they tell you to get somewhere, first of all, look at your tab, what tab you need to be on, and then what group you need to be on. And they ask us to be in the styles group, and they ask us to be in the normal view. Perfect, we're there. So let's go ahead and flip the page now. We're over on page WD4, and the first direction says, you know what, type surfs up. So let's go ahead and do that with an apostrophe and an exclamation point, and that's all we have to do for there. You can see in figure 1-2 they have the word surfs up. Great. Your insertion point is still blinking behind the exclamation point. Direction number 2 says press enter, and I mean they are pretty thorough. I mean, wait for the directions. If they tell you to press enter, press enter. If they don't tell you to press enter, don't press enter. And so they get pretty basic down to the basic directions. So here we are on direction 2. I just pressed enter. I am on the second line now, and now I'm over on page WD5, direction number 1. If the home tab is not active, we have it active. Click on the home ribbon to display the home tab. Second bulleted point for direction number 1. If it's not already selected, click the show hide, again, the show hide button, and then it's giving us some coordinates. Home tab, paragraph group, and there's our show hide. And what I like to do is, these are all different commands, I should say that. So I like to put my mouse over them if I'm not sure what, and a tooltip will appear. There's sort, there's show hide. You have all sorts of different options. There's my right align, here's my justify. So if you put your mouse over one of these commands, give it a second, and it will then appear. So here we are, we have our show hide button, and basically they have some Q&A. Why do we do this? What are the formatting marks about? I highly suggest to read through those so that way you can educate yourself. Just don't fly through the directions. Educate yourself a little bit about why they do that. So now we're going to click View on the ribbon. So I'm going to jump over to View tab. To display the View tab, which we've done, direction number 2 says click the Page Width button. Again, here's some coordinates. View tab, Zoom group. So Zoom group, and it's asking us to click the Page Width button. So if I click Page Width, it's jumping to a certain view for us. All right, to display the page the same width as a document window. And you could play around with these. If you want to do one page, if you had more than one page, I can't choose multiple pages right now because I only have one. If you want to zoom, you can play with some of the zoom here. Let me go ahead and close that off. If you want to play with the, it's at 100% here. If you want to go down and adjust that, you may want to see everything. Bring that down, jump it up. I'm in the bottom right hand corner. I'm adjusting things or whatever. But they ask us to have a page width view. Jumping back over to WD7 now, I'm on direction number 1, and it tells me type the first sentence of the body copy. And right there, I'm going to start typing the first sentence of the body copy. All right. Actually, I apologize. I should have one more enter. I missed that. So here we are. And now I'm going to go ahead and start typing the first sentence of the body copy right here. So there we are, WD7. We're moving right along on direction number 1. I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Don't forget to go all the way through all of the directions. And what are all the directions? Again, I kind of tell you over here what those all go through. So it actually gets through 47. So when you're done, hit your save button and submit that. Now, I usually get a lot of questions. Should I turn this show hide off? I'm not sure. I haven't gone through all the directions personally. I'm going to work through that right now. If they don't tell you to turn off the show hide button when you're all done, go ahead and do that. And if you didn't do that, it's not the end of the world, because believe it or not, when I open it up, if I don't have the command on for show hide, it's not going to show up. So good luck, everybody. And again, if you have any questions, please email me early in the week rather than later. Have a great one, everyone, and have fun creating your Surf's Up flyer.